we do it on the Donna Smith Show. On the Donna Smith Show. And this is how we do it. And this is how we do it. 2022. Hey, hey. Hey, hey,
Hey,
hey. And
what
this
it
is
do?
how we do it on the Donna Smith Show. 2022, though.
Oh, see, I told you.
2022, though. What's up, Benjamin Smith? Oh, Lord.
Bill was like,
Benjamin?
where you at? Where you at? Where you at?
Oh, he's connecting. Something's going on with Keith. He's trying to get in, but I think he's having a situation. He's asking me to share the link again.
Oh,
How are you out there, grown folks? We are live on the Donna Smith Show, the first Sunday of this new year. How y'all feeling about that?
absolutely
Everybody feeling
wonderful.
good?
Absolutely wonderful.
Absolutely wonderful. We are here yet again, another year, and we are here to make it do what it do. Okay, it's gonna be better, it's gonna be greater, it's gonna be all that. You know what I'm saying?
Coming with the 1-2 knockout punch.
1-2 knockout. You hear that, Mr. Smith?
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you.
All right, where your glasses at? Where your glasses at? I wanted to give Keith a minute because he's trying to get in, but he just have to click clank when he get here. Where's y'all glasses at?
Oh, I thought you were talking about my reading glasses. I
I
was
know.
looking, and you know that was bad because I'm looking
I
around
know.
for
Excuse me, y'all got a little situation.
them.
All right, let's do a toast here to the hostess with the mostest 2022. Happy New Year to every one of you. Click, click,
Tink,
clank.
Click, click.
Yes,
tink,
yes.
tink.
Mm-hmm.
You know what you're missing. I was gonna see if you was gonna remember, but see, you got that little Bahama Mama or something going over there
You wanna
in that
know?
good.
You wanna know what? I ain't gonna tell you what I'm drinking. No, I ain't gonna tell you.
But you forgot your champagne, like you said.
I forgot my champagne.
Remember that beer?
Sam Pipple. That's
Man,
Sam Pipple.
I forgot. Why
Well,
y'all didn't?
y'all remember that champagne?
Why you didn't remind me? You know, I've been had a lot on my mind. I've been fighting
That's all
arthritis
right.
all week. I've been.
What you got going right there? It's bringing it in for you. You all right?
Yeah, I'll show you after the show what I'm drinking, though. It's some Kool-Aid,
Okay.
raspberry.
Okay.
Y'all remember the Kool-Aid?
Uh, they still. There's this place over in the city, Frisco Fried,
Oh, where
and
is that? Frisco Fries.
Frisco Fried. Oh, giving them a shout out.
Where they at? On
on
what?
third, and is that Hudson?
Oh,
What's
that
that?
must be new,
It's
because when
that
I
Steve
lived
Hill.
over there,
No,
it was TikTok. It was not no Frisco
no,
Fries.
we ain't talking about that. You go down the hill some more. You know where the
It was
Walgreens is,
TikTok
right?
fish burgers, fish burger fries, and
Yeah.
a strawberry shake,
But
y'all. You talking
what
about the best fish burger in town?
what you trying to beam us up, Scotty?
You know, I don't know why Ben wait till he
my
get
little,
on the
my
show
little,
and do all this.
my son's little thing. You know what I
But
mean?
yeah, Frisco
See what it's
Fried.
doing.
They sell chicken dinners, pork chop dinners with all the sides, everything. And they
Okay.
sell the
Frisco
wings.
Fried.
So I like to go get the wings. Instead of going to Wingstop, I like going there. And I go get the garlic wings. But what I'm saying is they sell what's up, youngster? They sell Kool-Aid.
Oh, they have Kool-Aid, a place that actually gives you can order Kool-Aid.
They sell Kool-Aid. So when you order your meal,
That rainbow.
you can order your Kool-Aid. You can order Kool-Aid if you like.
Wow,
That rainbow.
a,
That rainbow. I'm
But
now
you
telling
know,
you,
that's a
cool.
that
You
rainbow.
know,
now
now you
now
know
now
they give you a nice. They give you
now
you pick a glass.
that's a trip right there. You got the Kool-Aid, you got the where's my pen at? I know that ain't Miss Campbell. The new year is starting off right. Is that Miss Campbell?
Yes, it is.
What's going on, sis? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
There you go, invisible. Why you invisible? The brothers can't even check out a sister. We hardly ever get sisters. And when we get them, they be hiding.
Well, hold on. Let me connect on another device then, because I'm multitasking.
Okay.
All right, let's work it out. Because you know, this is the first Sunday.
Don't holler to me.
Yeah, I had to do a whole
Don't holler to me. That's all I got to say.
Don't holler?
Don't holler to me.
What happened?
Shoot, I'm trying to get on the other device. Hold on.
Oh, okay. Your speaker may be too loud. I can't believe Miss Roberta Campbell is on the panel today. Wow. We got us Miss Roberta Campbell. We got John Timothy Mims. We have Benjamin Smith. And whoever else want to join us, we all here ready to make it do what it do, okay? Grown Folk Talk with your hostess with the mostest, Donna Smith, on a Sunday where we do grown folk conversation. Nothing is rehearsed, nothing is scripted. We just talk off the head. We add the humor. We add the intelligence, we add the positive feedback, we add sometimes the negative feedback, but we do what we do, and we do it real, y'all. No question, nothing is intended to offend anyone in any way. We're not here to do that, not at all. And if it's conversation ain't for you, just wait until we talk about something else, because one of these topics you're gonna be like, let me think about that. Wow. Okay. But I welcome all of you. This is our new year. I'm excited about the new year. I was a little worried because I had gotten kind of ill maybe earlier in the week, and I'm still at the tail end of it, but the bad virus, something hit me and slapped me down. And so I'm feeling much better now, but I don't want to play with it because I'm not 100%. But I'm better than I was. So I want to thank God for that. And on New Year's Eve, I toasted it up. I was underneath my warm blanket. I had my fluids and all that. And I think Netflix, I must have watched 6 movies on Netflix, y'all. I watched some good stuff too. It was one with Halle Berry called, what was that one called? I wrote them down. Let me tell y'all what I watched. Wait a minute. Hold up. Don't go nowhere. Don't go nowhere. Don't go nowhere.
So in the meantime,
I watched this movie called Bruised on Netflix.
Oh, Bruised.
And actually, it was interesting. I saw
her.
She made a believer out of me with some stuff. I mean, I remember when I first saw Set It Off, when Queen Latifah kind of made me believe some stuff. I was like, whoa. So Bruised, but it's really a great movie. I enjoyed it. Her acting was superb in every regard. I watched also The Guilty, one called Old Boy, that was really good too.
Oh boy, yeah.
Yeah. Old Boy was good. The week of something I watched.
A lot of movies.
The Wrong Missy, The Father of the Year. Man, The Unforgiven, The Harder They Fall. When I tell y'all I watched all the movies,
Down the list.
And they were good. Actually, I want to give a shout out to my grown folks on Facebook. You guys are the best. I had posted a question saying, you know, what's good to watch on Netflix, you know? And I got this feedback of all these different movies, and those are the ones I did watch. And thank you guys, because they were excellent. If you got any more for me, bring it. Bring it. Okay. So I hope I'm okay, you guys. I still am a little puffy under the eyes and everything, but I'm feeling better. I hope you all are. I hope you had a wonderful New Year's. Roberta, to start the new year off with you being here has been wonderful. I'm glad to see you, sis. I'm glad to see you. She's let her do her thing, y'all.
Well, she's sideways now.
Now, what about, hey, you guys, what about them Raiders and them Niners today?
Oh yeah,
But
they pulled it through.
the Raiders won, but are they gonna be in the
I mean, they still have to continue. I mean, same as the Niners.
Okay, but
You know,
they
they still
wasn't
got
eliminated or
it. Ain't
nothing.
locked in. It ain't locked in. But
Okay. And the 49ers, man, did they set it off at, oh man, they came home and did that today.
they should
I
have.
was just so happy. Roberta, you all right, girl? You cool?
You on mute. You
You
on
know
mute.
you on mute. We can't hear nothing you saying, but you could just.
There you go. There you
yeah.
go.
I told you I was multitasking. I'm doing stuff now.
I understand. People usually come on the show doing a whole lot. I just want to let you know. So I ain't mad at you, sis. I'm just glad to see your face. Okay. I'm glad. And every now and again, chime on in. It's a new year, right?
All right.
Yeah, your new year was good.
Yep, I was making money.
Hey, that's a good way to start it off, sister. I was laying in the bed trying to get over a virus. Yeah. But you was making you some little Skrilla?
I was. But don't make sense.
That's the way to start it off though. Miss Roberta, she does her paparazzi's jewelry, you guys, gentlemen and women. She was on here at one of my shows and she gave us a spiel about paparazzi, and she has a team under her. Actually, my good friend too, Sharon, that be on here, is on Roberta's team with the paparazzi. So if you guys are ever interested or looking for any nice jewelry items for men and women, bracelets, all that, this and that, I have I don't even know where to put the stuff. I got a ton of stuff I didn't got from them, and some of it I wear and people just absolutely love
to buy.
Huh?
I said you did do things for other people to buy because you.
I didn't get them.
I said you was buying everything up. You did leave a few items for other people.
Oh yeah, I did. It was one bracelet. That bracelet I really liked, though. It kind of snapped on me, but I want to see that one again. I like that little bracelet. But sometimes, and I haven't seen you, but have you been on lately?
Well, I took off. And then I was on last Wednesday, and this Friday night. And then I'll be back.
Oh, you'll be back tomorrow?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I may try. What time tomorrow?
I don't know when the wind hit me. I don't know.
Okay. So she usually, you guys, gentlemen, Benjamin Smith and John. I know, John, you're not on Facebook like that, but for my viewing audience, even on YouTube, usually Butterfly Gems, is that what he called it? Butterfly. She usually posts a link on Facebook for you to join in where she goes live and she's actually doing her show, showing you little jewelries and stuff, and you can say what you want. And they're very inexpensive. It's like $5.
One time.
Yes, it's $5 for each item, and sometimes she has sets. And when I say these things, these pieces of jewelry have a elegant. I mean, I'm a classy type of guy, you know what I'm saying? But I like little bling blingy stuff and little nice stuff. It ain't got to have a big price tag on it all the time, but these things look richer than you're paying for sure. I will say that. And I don't know. I think Berta, you were saying you were also you guys were looking for new consultants too, right? If anybody was interested is it another way that they can contact you outside of Facebook? I don't mean to, I know I ain't trying to put you on the blast with your stuff. I'm just, But is it can they hit you up on a website or a link or?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I chat right here.
You gonna put it in the chat?
Yeah.
Okay, put it in the chat for me. So so that's what she do. So my sister, I haven't seen her in a while, but she do step by here and there, and I need to, because I was looking for you and Sharon's shows to be coming down my feed, but I didn't have them. last Wednesday though, I was really sick. I just started feeling better yesterday, actually, and I'm not 100% yet, but I got knocked down with something, and I was under the bed, So, but that fever and all that stuff was real, But oh, here it is, you guys. So if any one of my viewing audience, what happened to it, Roberta? It was right there and then it went away.
You must
Wait,
have hit something.
what I have to hit to do this to see the
Just go back
chat?
to the chat.
I never
Go down and you see the little chat. You know where
Oh
you turn your
yeah,
mic.
there you go.
Click on
See,
that.
I knew that, but thank you.
What's in that?
Huh?
What's in that glass you got?
Kool-Aid.
Hello.
Liar.
Kool-Aid. I got it from the place on 3rd Street called
I thought you was gonna say on.
I forgot what it was called.
Evidence.
What's the place called? Shut up, John. Okay, it's Bertafly, BERTAFLY Gems, GEMS.com. Bertaflygems.com. And I guarantee you guys, if you click on that and you see some of the stuff there, you gentlemen, it is Valentine's season coming up. You might want to get her a nice little bracelet or something like that, or a necklace or what have you, or just something bling bling and ding ding. She'll love you for it. And even men, you guys got some nice, I saw some nice chains and bracelets for men too. I was really nice on there. So
I know, but up on my book.
They did what to you?
I got this necklace. It's a urban necklace for men and it has a bullet on it. But all the women been buying it.
The women bought the bullet?
They bought them up.
What?
They buy a lot of stuff.
The bullet seemed like that would be more what a man would want to do, huh? But I don't know. Some women be wanting to represent too. How y'all? Don't you look? I don't play, my brother.
I do go every now and then myself. So yeah, I can see it.
You got one too? You got a bullet?
You mind your business.
I don't know nothing about bullets.
Yeah.
I don't know nothing about bullets. But anyway, y'all, happy New Year to everybody. We're gonna get the Redders. Congratulations, Faders. And Niners. I just want to say I love y'all. Keep doing what you're doing. We're gonna do this. This was a great game today. You guys, and you heard about Frank Somerville, right? The longtime anchor on KTVU.
Yeah.
Owned by Fox.
He
was in that accident and they took him to Santa Rita on DUI charges because he supposedly smacked into somebody and the back rear end of Grand Avenue area down in Oakland, and the person got out of their car and he crashed into something and knocked him against. I don't know what he did, but I mean, I think he is so cool though. I'm like, what happened? They've been messing with him. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if this has just been rigged up or did that really happen like that. But
well, you know, he had an issue with the network already.
Right. And he's been off on leave. He has been off on leave. So
because he didn't agree with some of the things.
Yeah.
Right. He's under a lot of stress and pressure, too, and trying to cope and deal and hell, I'm under a lot of stress and pressure and trying to cope and deal with these nuts and fools.
Watch me lick your feet.
So
I saw one of your posts one day about somebody that was an attitude at work. I know.
It was like 5 getting the East Oakland out of
the
them.
Smackadacker. You can't Smackadack them, but you can.
It would be time in.
Mm-hmm.
Had batting practice, but I just.
But we have to remember, Berta, that like you say, and I'm not making excuses because I work with some. Oh Lord, sometimes. People are under a lot of stress nowadays. They don't really tell you. I mean, we got these viruses going around. We got the COVID. We got Omarion or Amion or whatever it's called. But we got all this stuff, right? Stop, John. Stop. Just stop.
Omicron.
Omicron. Is that how you say it? Okay, Omicron. We have Omicrins and we have all that. And people are undergoing a lot of stress with friends and family that is getting sick, that's passing, and people are having financial issues. People have gotten laid off their jobs because they didn't want to do vaccines. And then it's hard to get another job because that new job, guess what? Gonna want you to do a vaccine, right? So it's a lot of pressure and stress going on for folks, and they're like ticking time bombs, and that's not making any excuses. But when you come to your employer, place of employment, we're supposed to, as grown folks and adults, be able to disconnect from our real lives and come into our business world for at least the 8 hours that you are paid to do so. So if you're having a bad day, you have to learn how to woosah. You know, with me, I may get a little quieter. They know something going on with Donna because she always the bubble of the crowd. But if I get a little woosah about me, you know, okay, you know. But I'm not gonna grouch vouch at nobody. I just don't want to really be bothered like that. But you know, we have to just try to be more respectful of, you know.
Absolutely. They should be. But when I tell you, you know, now's not the time, and you keep pushing the issue, then I had to walk down your street. But I had time on the book, so I left.
You woosah like that. You just said, I need a break. I need some air.
Right. Because I know me.
Yeah. Yeah. And that sometimes that's the right thing to do.
There's silence for weakness. And I was just trying to save a life that day. And this was and no need of me getting worked up, no need of the rest of my employees seeing me act like that. So I just had to walk away. And it's bad when it's on your side of the counter.
Right.
Now, customers I can deal with all day long because I expect certain things from them.
Yes.
But employees,
And you know, that's interesting you brought that up because, you know, I've been on both sides. I've been in management and I've been a part of the crew. And due to my own personal choices, I've decided to be just a part of the crew right now. And I have had some situations with a part of the crew that has been quite explosive, that I didn't let myself get caught up, but I was close. They almost took me out of character. And I've even had customers even ask me, what's wrong with that person? I saw how they blah, blah, blah. And that's embarrassing. And in no way do you want it to make you look like a wimp or anything, but you have to choose your battles too. But if I had seen them like in the parking lot or something, we would have probably handled that a little differently, you know, but I couldn't do that there. But it's like sometimes your ones you work with is your worst. You have more love and understanding and respect from the folks over the counter than you do with the people you got to do this 8, 9, 10 hours with. It's crazy. You know, it's crazy. And then you wrong if they push your button in a way that make you go off. Both of y'all, both of y'all.
And that's the thing. Go off. I was so close to walking down there. I just said, you know what? I mean, I was already leaving early anyway.
Yeah.
Using my informal time off, but I just said, F it. I'm just going to use my time, and you know, I'm not going to deal with it.
And I hope that it be better when you go back. I hope that things kind of have deflated and gave each person time to think about stuff. But I think people too forget that some people test you. And I know that, like in my position, when I was a supervisor, I was promoted from within. So a lot of people that I worked amongst, I was now your manager. And that was one of the biggest challenges of my life. One of them, to do that, you know, and they try to choose one that they think will be able to handle that. But I mean, if I wasn't tried and tested in every single regard, by the ones that I worked with, and I even helped semi-promote some of them. I mean, I was a great manager, but they tried me. And because they worked with, oh, you used to just do this with us, you think I didn't think I was nothing. I need you to respect what I'm telling you. I mean, I was going toe to toe sometimes where, okay, I'm not doing this with you. I tell you what, we about to, look, you just about to get written up. This is how we gonna do this. It didn't make no sense, but that is a very hard. I believe in promoting from within. I think if you can, you should do that. It gives, incentive and all of that to your employees, but it is the hardest transition in the world.
Yeah.
When you have to manage now those that you sat beside and talked about management and maybe went out with and did all that with, and then they think you in management now, and then they want you to tell them that, can you tell them, Donna, can you tell, no.
Yeah.
No. I mean, and it just, I lost a couple of friends, but hey, that's business, right? So my hat's off to that, but corporate America is a cold place sometimes. Let me tell you, cold place. So anyway, you guys, we're going to jump right on into our inquiring minds want to know question of the day. I don't know what happened to Benjamin Smith, but better to see him not floating around and everything and crunching and eating. Uh-oh. Hi, Ben.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Welcome back. You all right?
I wasn't going nowhere. Was I going somewhere?
Oh, okay. We just saw your screensaver on.
Oh, okay, cool.
Anyway, we about to do our inquiring mind running. No, me and Roberta just had to kind of.
Yeah, I know y'all talking about them jobs. Jobs. Yep.
Ben don't be wanting to hear that because he's and it's true what he's saying, and people should, and I am on that path, but people should do away with the corporate America thing and mindset and having to, but a lot of people don't have a choice in the moment. They may be working on entrepreneurship and building blocks to get to a certain place. But until then, they got to pay their bills. Their kids got to eat. They mortgage got to be paid. Their car note. And they need a steady paycheck coming in.
That's right.
So people just do what they got to do. And hopefully it's short-lived and not a long-term thing.
Yep.
So in that regard, we're going to move to this inquiring minds want to know. We need you guys to help this soul. They are struggling with a little situation.
You don't have no cross dressers or nothing in there?
What?
Ain't no cross dress. You don't have people that's having problems with cross dressing?
At work?
Cross dressing, like, a female that just happen to be wearing man's pants or something all the time, or a male that just like dresses or something?
Not in the department, but you see it all over the place.
No, I mean inquiring minds. They have stuff like that in inquiring minds.
Oh yeah, I get that. Yeah.
Oh,
you like to talk about
you fray away from that one though. Okay.
I don't fray away from nothing. One thing about me, I talk about any and everything. Yeah, I ain't afraid away from it. Just
I'm putting my request in.
It's only one inquiring mind question a week. I mean, it's 52 weeks in a year. So you may be down to number 30 by the time I get to that. But if you want to talk about one of those today, we can. Actually, while we're on that page, Mrs. Smith, what exactly would you like to talk about in terms of cross-dressing? Would you, say for instance, if a person is in a relationship with someone and you go to work and you and your mate do your thing at work and you come home and your mate is in a lady's or a man's outfit.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, you come home and say like your dude has put on some of your red lacy thongs and this, the bralette and some of your heels. And you come in and he's like, hey, baby, how was your day? Okay, now, if that situation occurred, how would a person handle that? How are you supposed to handle? You never knew that they had this side, and it could be flipped. It could be a man, a woman, that the dude come home and she's dressed like a guy, with the suit, with the jacket, with the tie, got her hair back in a neat little bun, and maybe drew her a little. I mean, I don't know. You may look at it as, this is, we role playing tonight, dear. Wow, this is exciting. Hi, how was your day? I mean, you may look at it like that. I mean, but how deep do you want to go with this? What's on your mind right now?
Oh, I just, people being different. Hey, be who you are. I mean, I don't judge people one way or the other. I know it's people that's cross-dressers that are still heterosexual. So, they do the drag shows and things of that nature. I don't have a problem with that, but I just was, I don't know. I just was trying to change the question, because I know inquiring minds is, you read that question off, it's gonna be something that, especially me and John, we're gonna be looking like, oh no. Oh no.
Well,
But
you may somebody else may look at it and say, oh yeah. You never know what people are going through. And if somebody brings a situation to me and I pick one out of the hat, and I decide that, okay, I'm going to bring this one on this show. Because, like I say, every topic is not for everyone, and that's okay. Just like the cross-dressing that you just brought up. Some people may be saying, what is wrong with dude? Why did he say that? What was he thinking?
What
is wrong with him? They may be tripping on you with the cross-dress thing. You know what I'm saying?
Well, a lot of people do that for New Year's and Halloween and stuff like that. They dress up and they think that's the most hilarious thing in the world. So I just, but no, we get to the inquiring mind.
Well, New Year's, I'm just gonna say, I don't think it wouldn't be too humorous with me. My dude was dressed in my stuff when I came home, but I mean, even on a Halloween, I would be like, you couldn't pick something else out there. Why do you want to be out at the party? I mean, I would feel very uncomfortable about my dude. We going to a Halloween party, masquerade, or whatever we doing, and he's dressed. No, okay. Next.
He dressed sharper than you. He dressed sharper than you.
And looking sexy about it, okay? I'm like, dang, baby, that lace fit you a little better. Whoa. What?
I should have sent you that video. The dude had they was having problems with the neighbor, and he told this girl, I'll be back. And he went on and started putting on some woman's outfit, had a wig and everything. He said, we about to go out in the parking lot, whoop off some butt, and they won't ever know it was me.
What? Are you serious?
Oh, that was hilarious. Yeah, his brother was funny.
Wow. Yeah. Well, no, you don't have to send me that video, but thank you anyway.
Oh, that's that old school where if you put a dress on, you're a faggot, huh?
No.
Is that what that is?
I mean, I don't have no disrespect. You know what? Whatever
that's not politically correct.
Yeah, that's not politically correct. Whatever you chose.
Oh, faggot is incorrect?
That's not. We don't use that term.
That's actually a dish. It's actually a dish.
When did that disappear?
That's like a diss, a smack. That's not a good word to use.
Oh, okay.
But
that's
what would you call it? Oh, so you want to be politically correct on this situation, but you mad at the dude for doing a video. So
no, I mean everybody.
You correct politically, but no.
First of all, I don't even know what video you talking about. But whatever the video is, I'm saying by you describing what you saying, I have there's no disrespect on whatever you chose to do and how you chose to do it. That's your thing. I'm not judging. I just know what I like and what I chose to do. So, if my man is with me and he wants to put on my lacies, I'm going to be feeling some kind of way about that. Because that wasn't in the script. I missed the email. We never talked about you liking to do these type of things. That might have been the deciding factor if I was going to be in a relationship with you anyway. I don't know. Now, if this is what me and my man likes to do, if we like to do that.
He pulled the lace out, and then he gave you a strap on. Does that change the game there?
Big time.
Okay.
If
so then that means not only did he fumble the ball, but now he's out the door.
I didn't say he was out the door. I'm just saying it just kind of changed the game of, okay, we need to really have that talk, babe. I mean, I don't know what has happened in the course of our relationship. Now, if this is something that we knew from the gate, that we both like to cross dress, maybe that's what we were attracted about with one another. Maybe we role played. Maybe we have our little thing we do, and this is our thing. Hey, whatever. That's not gonna shock me because this is what we do. But for me just to come home and all of a sudden you in my laces, and I just always looked at you as a man. I never saw this side of you. That would be we have to have a conversation. Because the game has definitely changed.
It was in my clothes, but it was my laces, my church outfit, whatever. We gonna have a conversation.
Your Sunday bonnet.
Conversation. We gonna get it straight that night or that day at the time of discovery.
Oh.
For one,
ain't no such thing as, baby, can we talk about it tomorrow? No, we need to talk tonight.
Or it's gonna be straightened out. And if it creates some differences, oh well, I've been by myself before. It's not gonna be a problem because it's enough trying to, for me, well, I don't have this problem now, but at one time to find a man that was a man, you know, a straight man, not somebody jumping both sides of the fence. I'm not looking for that. I'm not jumping, ain't nothing, you know, going on like that. I'm not trying to dress like a man. I want to be with a man. I don't want to be a man. Okay.
Amen.
So yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do. If he's gonna come out with the party hat on and the skirt and all of that.
And again, it's not to diss anybody.
But
it's
what
just
about the
personal.
men? Because a lot of women coming nowadays with the haircut. You know, there's a lot of women sporting the cut like they John's hair size or my size, like.
But I think that's cute and sexy on some women. I think that's very cute and sexy on some women to have a short, faded, you know. Some women wear I've seen women with bald heads that look sexy.
Well,
and I be like, damn, I wonder, could I do that? And you know, and they just so feminine and they look so good with it. It don't mean that they're boyish or anything.
I know some girls with short hairs and bald heads, and it looks good.
Don't you think in the first when you see them that you think they're like nowadays? No. Don't you think the first thing come to mind that may be a lesbian lady? I have
because then now you jumping straight into you're
I'm
judging
not
the cover.
You no,
because now
you kind of stereotyping.
Now we would be judging the cover and thinking stereotyping.
Wow.
Because you're saying because she's bald. You have this thought that she may be kind of butchy or something. I mean, if she's short hair or bald, that's not true. Look at her whole ensemble. Look at her. There is some very feminine, sexy, face be made up, lips be glossy, eyes be perky. Their attire on point. Don't look nothing like, but their hair is like shaved short and little faded and little lines in there and just looking boss. And I mean, I don't know, I ain't never tried it like that, but if I can work
I would still
look like that, I would.
Well, the thing is, Donna, you know, you can't always tell by the appearance or, you know, assume that the person is heterosexual just because they look good with the bald fade or whatever it's called. I don't know the technical terms for the haircut for men, but maybe later I'll ask Boots the barber. But, you know, I know for me, I don't like combing my hair no more. It's just too much. You know, I try to keep it braided, whatever. I loved my hair when it was cut short like Halle Berry, you know, but that was a lot of work.
Yeah.
A lot of women are becoming more comfortable and brave when they have cancer and they have to shave their head. They're being more courageous with going bald, because their hair is falling out. A lot of women have a lot of problems with alopecia, which also takes their hair out. And they like, F it, I'm just going to go bald with it. So we can't say.
And you are absolutely right about that. When a lot of women do struggle with that alopecia, and they are having chemo in their bald heads, and they are becoming more, just man, this is who I am. This is what I am, and I'm going to let my beauty shine from the inner to the outer. And they look. It's the confidence that they bring about with
questions,
it.
Though. Come on now. Don't you think you're getting more, like a man is going to question, even if he tries to come talk to you, he's going to question the situation. Like he's got 20 more questions than he would ask somebody with longer hair. Like that's just going to come up in his vocabulary.
Well, what do you mean? 20 more questions? What do you mean?
You got to make that clear for me.
Are you bisexual? Do you like girls? Do
you think a man is gonna ask a woman with short hair
because she got short hair?
Is she bisexual?
Yeah,
really?
Yeah.
No,
I would.
No, that don't make no sense.
So
I would. I asked the question
because they have. Does that mean just because a man has long hair, does he like men? They have a stereotype about light-skinned brothers too. But I mean, what?
They could. Light skin is different than a man that's he got purple colors in his hair and it's down his back and he keeps flinging it around. That's what is wrong? I don't understand what we're saying now. Is there something wrong with asking a question? I mean, hey, I'd rather know what's going on than not to know what's going on.
It's nothing
That's
wrong.
What it is. If you dressing like a man, you looking like a man, you seem you kind of carrying yourself as a man, I'ma ask you, is even if you give me some play, is that the direction that you going, or you like both sides of the fence?
Well, that's if their actions is manly and you are kind of confused as to which way they are, but just because the hair is short, or I see men with long pretty twists or dreadlocks and they have it, one guy had some really pretty hair at work and he would wear it in one of those twists at the top of his head, and the sides and the back was shaved, like really, he just looked really sexy with it. But some men would look at it and say, what's going on with why this dude got all this? He was very much a man. But you don't, I knew his character and his demeanor was manly. A woman with short hair, I see him all the time. I don't think at one point of looking at it, so women know just like men know. You guys kind of know when a man is kind of, doing.
You don't know until as time goes on.
Because he kind of flaunts it more. He flaunts it more.
Some do it. They're
you don't go by his hair.
Feminine part.
No.
If I met a man with his hair long and dread, I'm not gonna think to ask him, do you get with guys sometimes?
Well,
are you on both sides? I would be out of pocket asking him that just because his hair is long.
You wouldn't ask him that after you dated for a little bit?
I wouldn't have, no. I mean, that's just how he decided to wear his hair. If I come home and he's in my lacy thongs, I'm gonna ask you some stuff then.
But by then it's too late.
But that's something that's just obvious that you need to ask.
If I drive a black van, you gonna ask me if I snatch kids?
If you what?
If I drive a black van, my van is black. You gonna ask me if I snatch kids?
Well, usually the kid snatching is the white van, not the black van. So.
Okay.
No, I'm not. That's not 2 and 2.
I think with the problem is we're too busy. We're too busy. We choose the books by the cover instead of trying to read. I always say read the foreword. Read the
Bingo.
forward. You know, when you go buy your book, read the forward. See what the book is about. You know what I'm saying? So that's the same thing. Get to know a person and see what they're about. Because I know some people who carry their selves in a certain way, and some
Yeah.
people might think they're gay, but they're nowhere. That's not their thing. They just carry themselves in a certain way. I know this one lady. She don't have cancer or anything else, but she rocks the shortcut and the ball, and it looks good on her. You know, just like a natural don't look good on everybody. An afro don't look good on everybody. You know what I mean? Or a woman wearing her hair um, flat iron. It may not look good on her like it'll look on another woman or whatever. And it's just rocking what you rock. I think when we start saying, oh, the way that person looks, the way that person is dressed, or whatever, it'll throw the whole game off. There's a brother who's in the fashion industry that deals with women fashion. Now he a husband, father, and everything, but he designed women clothes. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that don't tell us nothing, and that's where we're all messed. That's why we're messed up now, and a lot of times our kids now are so messed up because they didn't learn how to place judgment on people instead of trying to get to know a person, you know. And we see that on Facebook and all the social media. They see
Mm-hmm.
something and they start casting a negative comments under there, whatever the person posts, and they have no
Exactly.
idea where this person is coming from or what this person is about, you know. So it's always about getting to know a person, and if something happens later or comes out, that's you can't control that anyway. Because
Mm-hmm.
people are good at deceiving one another. You can't control that. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? It's
Mm-hmm.
just you just have to take what you I just believe it's your responsibility to get to know a person, not to guess about them or assume about
Mm-hmm.
them. Your only responsibility is to try to get to know them.
That's right.
Yeah,
And
that's true.
stop judging a book by its cover. Like John mentioned, read the forward. Get to know the contents. Get to know the individual because you can very well um you can really you can hurt somebody's feelings, and then you can wiggle your way out of a good opportunity to get to know a great person,
You can
because
always
just
do
that
that.
first judgment of wanting to judge me based on my hair or whatever um could be a big turnoff to that person. So even if you would have had a chance of getting to know them, they'd be like already in their head, like, why don't this brother just hurry up and get out my face? Because
Start rumors.
he didn't messed up from the first question. Yeah. And that has happened. I know men, you guys have had that with some sisters sometimes. She mess up with the first sentence. You like, oh Lord,
Yeah.
this ain't going nowhere. And so you just gotta be careful how you come, because there is some really short, chic, sexy looks on real women. There is some long hair on real men. And I'm not judging nobody by how they look or how their hair look, if they have none, if they have some. I
Yeah.
mean,
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
used
Yes,
to
you
have a
is.
head full of hair back in the day. My
Yes,
hair was
you
long and
is. You
thick. It
better
I
ain't
did
stop it,
too. I
long and
brother.
had a
thick
head
like that
full of
no
it.
more, y'all.
Remember
I mean,
how
it
long
is.
Boots and Christian
I
hair
mean,
was?
it is. My hair is, but you know what I mean.
Do you remember how long Boots and Christian hair was? I mean, it was all.
Yeah,
I mean, my son's hair. I mean, it was.
Yeah.
I was
heck
jealous. I tell
along.
you that I was jealous.
You
I ain't
said
Yeah.
gonna
you was jealous?
jealous.
As
But
boys, they had long hair,
Long.
long,
yeah.
pretty hair too.
Yeah, rumors get
Yeah.
started that way as well.
Yes, it does.
We start saying something because I used to decorate. Remember, I told you, Don, I used to decorate our church every week. I decorate the church before service come. I go by material. I know just the type of material that drapes nice and all this
Mm-hmm.
thing. And soon as somebody say something, now it's going around. And it's
Yeah.
like,
Mm-hmm.
what? I can't have an eye for the. I make bouquets and stuff. So
Or
now I have this whenever, because you see what I can do. Because I'm doing something a certain way. We have to really be careful, and
ooh,
I think
ooh, brother Mims.
Huh?
Or if you use too much pink, they
Brother
gonna think
Mims is
something.
good.
Let,
No,
let,
real men wear pink. Remember that.
There you
Y'all
go.
seen some men in pink, and I mean,
Real men wear
back in
pink.
the day,
That's them polos. Remember the polos that had all them
Pimp.
off colors?
No, it
Everybody
ain't
wore
gotta
a
be
pink
back in
polo.
the day. I got a pink shirt.
no, I remember
I
back in
got
the
a
day we
I
used
got a
to wonder
Sammy
about a
shirt.
man in pink, but not no more, not no more. I've seen men in pink, and it looks
when,
fine.
when
That's good.
to get my hair done on a regular basis, I was going to this lady named Shirley. She did my hair really good. But the one time I went to her, she said she was backed up. And I'm like, well, dang, I really need my hair done. And she said, well, Donna is available. And I said, okay, is he any good? I mean, I didn't never get my hair done by him and I never seen his work. So she said, yeah, he's good. That man put his hands in my head. I never went back to Shirley.
He was
Kosher.
yours forever.
I just think that from a man's perspective, a man's man perspective, they know what a good woman looks like or what makes a woman look good. And every time he put hands in my hair, it was just amazing.
Mm-hmm.
My son do my live with my jewelry, and I noticed the difference between when I'm selling it and he's selling it because selling it from a man's perspective, and then
Mm-hmm.
buying that stuff. And I was,
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I mean, I sell, but he was really selling.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Who's joined the team? And so he takes it to the barber shop and he sells it, to his clients and stuff.
Good for
But
him.
get things from a man, the perspective of what looks good on a woman is very flattering from a man.
Yes.
It's okay, Donna. Oh, girl, your hair looks good. But when, Ben says, Donna, your hair looks good, it's different. We
Mm-hmm.
compliment each other every time, but when a man does it, it just, curls her toes or something. But we
Yeah, it's a difference when a man does it too. Yeah, you're
The
right.
brother Keith.
so
You're right. Hey Keith, hey there, brother. What's up?
that I didn't never think not once that Don was riding side them. I never
Yeah,
thought that. He made me look good, and that's all that mattered.
that's
That,
right.
Okay.
And it's a
he was,
lot of good
but
male. I am a cosmetologist, and I'm gonna tell you, I did hair around men and women, and it was a lot of good men that can throw down, and it's the way they would shampoo your.
I don't know what it
It's
was.
just everything was just
It was
Mm.
it was extra.
different. It was just
Yes.
different, and women love that. We love that. I love a man to do my pedicure. I wish more of y'all knew how to do
Oh
that.
wow.
That,
Where I was in, where was
I
I
got some
at?
clippers. I
I
got
was
some
in
Well, what is
Las
clippers.
your what is your
Vegas.
feet all crusty?
Oh, listen, let me share this. I was in Las Vegas and they had this place where you did this pedicure that had the little fish in there that would eat the stuff off your feet.
Oh yeah, I heard of that. Yeah.
Not what it was called, but I did it for the first time and it was feeling kind of different, right? And then afterwards, this guy, he was actually the one that dry your feet off and rub you down, and he got the massage in my feet and the stuff. I was like, damn, you don't do feet? It was just a different feeling and touch from a woman that's doing it. And yeah, they talking another language and they rubbing your feet. It's not the same, you know what I'm saying? But that brother I'm like, and I wish we had more men that got into pedicures because y'all would blow up. It's just the touch and the firmness of your grip in your hands
yeah,
and touching that woman's feet. Y'all would blow up.
when I lived in my nail tech man, it was just a gentle touch. Them other women, they like burn your skin off.
Yes,
But
sir.
yeah, but the Luke, he had a really gentle touch, so I like that.
Nice. What's
What's
up? Happy
up?
New Year, Keith. Welcome. It's better late than never, my brother. We already had our toast and everything, but we love to see you. We love you to show your wisdom and share your wisdom. And we have Roberta on the panel again today. She's one of my dear friends from way back when, and she comes in every now and again. This is Keith Mitchell. He's joined our panel from time to time. Very wonderful gentleman. Always got a lot of good stuff to say. We was just kind of sharing our experiences with the nails and the feet and talking about the cross dressers. That's right. Ben kind of wanted to go there with that, so that was our inquiring minds want to know.
Appreciate you that.
I just want y'all to know we switched it up a little bit. But if you got something to say about it, go ahead before I move right along.
No, ma'am, I'm okay on that subject matter.
Okay, good. You heard us talking about the laces, the thongs, and all that. And did you hear us a little bit? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, we're gonna leave that right there. We're gonna leave that right there. But last week, and then we can leave this for next show. You and John, I was waiting for y'all both to be on here at the same time. We was talking about the lack of fairness of justice, the injustices. You guys want to talk about that next show? The desynthesizing, we was talking about the 18-year-old boy who got all those years and this and that. And I said I would bring it up on this show. And you and John was getting pretty deep into it. But we could talk about it next show if you like.
That's at the beginning, like you do.
Show, because that one is pretty deep. You guys were saying some really good things. And I'd like to get into that a little bit more about how things are a little messed up. Okay, I forgot to run that by you earlier, John. But I'm gonna go into this question here. This is no, come on now. I'm
ready. I'm ready.
I left the inquiring minds want to know question out. I'm gonna do it next week since being talked about the other stuff. Okay, but okay, so it goes like this. Wouldn't it be nice to have more than one wife or husband, so that when they worked your nerves, you could go over to the other without a guilty conscience? What do y'all think about that? If you had the opportunity to have more than one husband or more than one wife, would that be a good thing for you?
No.
Would they be able to have more than one husband and wife too?
Huh?
Would they be able to have more than one husband and wife too?
I guess you guys can do it that way. I mean, it's just it's for either way. I mean, if you wanted another husband, if they want another wife, I mean, would it be, as far as your lifestyle and what's going on with you right now, could you handle that? Would you want that? And just think, you got strengths in this one and weaknesses in that one. And if you want to go over to this one, you ain't really cheating, because that's your wife and that's your wife too. Or that's your husband and that's your husband too. Wouldn't it be nice? What you think?
It's
a show on that, ain't it? The Sister Wives or something. Ain't it a show with that?
Oh no.
Yeah, that's craziness.
Yeah,
you guys think that's not realistic?
Not to them.
Some cultures do that.
I ain't saying it's not realistic.
Some religions and some cultures, they are okay with that. They can have 2, 3, 4, 5 wives, and it's okay. It's okay. As long as everybody's in agreement with it, it's okay.
It don't line up with my faith. I'm just being honest. It don't line up with my faith. So I don't.
What about you, Keith? You think it's
and my morals,
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I really do believe that a man being in a position to have more than one wife, it's a possibility. The possibility is so great that actually I know people, brothers, who have more than one wife. But the marital rules and the constitutions and things like that is very serious. One thing, when you look at unmarital sex, it's more women than men. Sometimes women are left alone with children, and certain stipulations cause her not to be able to marry, her not to be able to be in relationship. A man is a protector. He's a provider. All these wonderful things that we read in textbooks that unfortunately, we don't get to experience or have knowledge of in our communities because they were so desecrated with drugs, crime, you know, and amount of other things that has, you know, demoralized or decapitated the man in the community and as well as the woman.
Mm-hmm.
African Americans, unfortunately, we haven't been able to be successful in building communities for ourselves. Some of us fall in religious contexts or religious constitutions or mandates to be able to see this model. But unfortunately, we don't get to see this model or experience this model because it's been a war pledged against people that live in these certain circumstances.
Mm.
It's a lot of sisters, it's a lot of women that are that don't have men in their life. They have children.
Okay.
Right? And then when you look at what happens when a man is not in the household, not saying that a woman can't fulfill the obligatory duties as a parent, but it takes two parents to raise a child in a healthy environment, in proactive development, to be able to bring about this moral compass that, you know, we strive to live by. And of course, God is always involved.
Mm-hmm.
But unfortunately, a lot of religious groups don't agree on certain marital standards. And I agree with that as well. But I know if a woman is better for a man and a woman, it stops them from sleeping around. It stops them from catching diseases. It stops crime. It's a lot of positive benefits. And sometimes the sister would bring another sister to the marriage because they feel that, look, you my brother, I love you, but you my husband as well. But I know sister Denise doesn't have a man. She has 2, 3 children. And I want to share my husband with her. I want to share my household with her. I want to share my income with her. But
wow,
you know, it's real deep. You
yeah,
know,
that is deep. I'm thinking about that. I'm like, wow.
And then one sister might be older, and she just don't want to really deal with all the intimacy and the romance no more, and she's willing to share that with a woman that she love and care about, and they can provide for the friendship, relationship, marriage ship.
Mm-hmm.
It does work. And it's when you look at taking on another wife, or whether it's not like it's some dirty, nasty, sexual, evil act. It don't have nothing to do with sex. It has a lot to do with providing shelter, clothing, protection, financial security. It's a lot of if you can agree on the contract, because everything is business, everything is a contract. And it's going into this situation, understanding between all of you what is expected. And you have religious folk that governs that oversees that, to make sure that that marriage or that relationship between them couples or that couple is following the prescribed matter, the moral matter.
But what if somebody don't want to work with that? Maybe one of the wives may say, I'm not, I mean, I'm just.
Then the brother has to respect that, because the woman has a right to make that decision.
Okay.
She might not want the sister. She don't want the brother to take on another marriage or bring in another marriage in a relationship. And if that brother put his foot down and whatever, that sister has a right to divorce him. She has a right to leave him. And
that's some deep stuff.
it's
I
deep.
don't know. I don't know. I can't totally get with I can understand what you're saying as far as some of the pros, but I'm still battling with some of the cons too. When it comes,
that was a biblical thing back in the day. When if your brother went to battle and he died in a war or he died in a certain circumstance, you would take his wife as your wife. I mean,
that's something different.
Biblical.
That's different.
That used to
That's
happen
different.
all the time.
That's different. That's not taking on a concubine. That's different. That's different. That's different. That's stepping into place. So for the name's sake. That's what it was for. It was for the name's sake, so the name will continue. And this is where we look at when we go all the way back and we look at really what a best man was, or a bridegroom, a bridesmaid. If something happened to one, they cared for the other or made sure the other one was taken care of. But I don't think multiple marriages will prevent infidelity. Because if infidelity resides in someone, they're going to do it. So you can have a person who has a wife and a girlfriend and they both cool with that, and he still cheats on both of them.
But those are individual incidents, though, brother Yaya. That's an individual incident.
But I don't see where multiple marriage is a surety of preventing infidelity, or a surety of preventing crime, or a surety of preventing anything. They may have some benefits for some. Some say, well, we have the benefits of it is, like you say, well, this woman is no longer trying to, fight, to survive, or being mistreated or what have you. Also, we're able to come together and run a household in a certain manner, or whatever. I'm not saying there may not be any benefits, but I don't think it will be a preventive measure that will say, I got all these wives, there's no need for me to cheat. Because if that spirit is in me, that means instead of me cheating on one of my wives or cheating one time, I got 7 wives and I cheated with one other girl. I actually cheated 7 times.
And brother Yaya, that we really didn't start. Our foreparents and our ancestors did have multiple marriages. When we came to the North Shores of America under European or colonial law, a lot of things that we once lived by, whether it was religious, whether it was politics, whether it was customs, tradition, etiquettes, anything that the systems that we used to live under now are controlled by European control. I know we can go way back and try to discover that and try and really not only discover it, we can prove that, before coming into these waters and us being the descendants, us being the children of the children of slaves, a lot changed on how we ate, how we thought, how we lived our lives. Now we're in the system, and a lot of us still rebel to some of the customs or behavior matters that was forced upon us to not even, not to act accordingly to what our nature really feels like. And you're right, whatever's in you, that's what's going to come out. Whatever you invest in life, that's what's going to show. It's going to come out. And, we're raised around pornography. we raised around all kind of these malicious behaviors. We witness it every day. We're groomed in it. We're raised in it. So it forms a belief that, man, you can't, that's not right. You can't do that. But the very same people that educated us and taught us this behavior were the lowest and most dirtiest people to ever walk the earth, because they raped, they stole, they pillaged, they did all the things necessary to wipe out who we are as a people and who we deserve to be. And it goes to the unjust laws, that the incarceration rate, you know, the health care. We get the poorest health care. We have the highest abortion rates, not because the sisters want the abortions, but they're forced into the abortions. You know, so it's a lot that happens to us, you know, whether as a community, whether as a individually or as a people, that has, you know, really destroyed our identity. We don't, because like for me, myself, the identity crisis is an epidemic on who we are as a people, because everything we have has been given to us, and it's been forced upon us perpetually, that you have to live and follow this way of life. But we had a way of life before this. So myself, a lot of the things that I object to, it comes from a colonial Europeanistic mindset. It don't come from an African mindset or indigenous mindset, because I don't have it. It's been robbed, it's been taken. And the question was, taking on another mate, no, it's not going to keep you from infidelity.
Wife or husband.
Or wife or husband. But, you know, unfortunately, for a woman, if she wants 2 or 3 men in her life, we'll consider that's nasty. Now, because if the man is supposed to be the head of the household, or not even the household, we ain't gonna put the household, because we know the woman is the emissary. The woman runs the household, but the man used to provide all the things necessary for the woman to govern the home. But it's been a long time. It's been many, many generations where us as a black man, as a black people, been able to be in the household. Our household is incarceration. Our household are in drugs. Our household is in, you know, being pimps and players and hustlers, and that's where our mindset is. What woman would want that?
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
It's deep.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, it was mentioned about different religions or different faiths. And if a person is following a certain faith, then and their faith promotes certain things, that's understandable. But
it works.
You have to look at what faith are you following, you know, and if you're following, if your faith says nay or yay, that's usually where you are going to go, you know. But a lot of it has gotten to where even then, when they had these multiple women or concubines, you can say concubines, and even in some African culture, if someone takes another woman, usually sometimes they're leaving that family or depriving that other family, you know, and they're not combining the household or blending the household. But the whole thing is, we have to look at control, you know, because who usually sets the Constitution?
Right.
You see
Right.
what I'm saying? And so we're looking at these type of things. And when we look at dealing with multiple people, I remember I went to go see uh Kirk Franklin, his first sermon. I went to
Mhm.
go see Kirk Franklin do his first sermon. And he was talking about, he talked about I want to say it was his first sermon. I know he was out this way. But anyway, he was talking about how when we're have relation with one person and then later we leave that person, or we go to be with another person and then we go to be with this other person. He said what happens is when we get with this person, we're actually taking part of that person's soul. And
Mm-hmm.
then we go with the next person. Now we're mixing them souls, you
Mm-hmm.
know, and so forth. So what happened is what I don't see in this, I'm looking in this one. And what I don't see in this one, I'm looking in this one. I can't never be satisfied, you know, with someone because I haven't allowed us to become the one, you know, that we're supposed to be. And
Mm-hmm.
so when I don't allow us to become the one, when I allow us to become the one, now I can see not only things that's in that person, but I can see things that's in me as well. So therefore, when I can look at her strengths and her weaknesses and my strengths and my weaknesses, guess what? I think I said it before, where I'm weak and she's strong, right? Well, in
Mhm.
actuality, if we become one, I'm no longer weak because
Right.
that strength she has is mine,
Right.
and so forth. The
Mm-hmm.
strength I have is hers. So what happens is we are now a strong unit. We're a strong person. So I don't need to look for something else. And it's usually when we look into multiple things, we're either it's either our eyes are leading us or we feel we are deprived of something,
Mhm.
you know, we're looking for something else, or, you know, or we're following along some other thing. It could be some ego, it could be some control trip, it could be some type of thing I call myself so called building. But we
Right.
really have to look at what are we, who are we following if we're going to talk, you know, our faith. If our faith is to marry multiple, then that's your faith to
Mhm.
marry multiple. But you have to look at where you at, and then where you're at. Now we're able to teach, you know, because once I decide where I'm at, once I not decide, but once I accept and understand where I'm at, now my teaching can come about, and now we can have less in the prisons and more in the colleges, you know.
Mhm.
Now we can have less that's on the street doing crime and probably more that's on the street fighting crime, or instead of those who are tearing down the community, we got those who are building the community, you know. And it's a process because it's hard when you look at things and folks are doing things a certain way, and then
Right.
we go back in history. And when we go back in history, we understand when we go back, we really have to study the economics
Mhm.
Right.
and everything is what's going on, because what was good at some point of time is not good in another point of time, you know. And right now in this time, now we talk, if we talk about multiple wives to help women who are struggling, we got so many women right now who are entrepreneurs. I mean, who are doing big things in businesses. They're starting to move up in the head
Yeah.
of corporations.
Yeah.
They
They
need to
still
have two
fighting
husbands.
for the pay. See this cat. You know, they're still fighting for the equal pay, but they have a presence, you know. And when women didn't used to have a presence, and the cold part, I'm gonna talk about us. Our black women have a presence.
Yeah.
I mean, they have a presence. And if you go to look, so I was kind of looking on things. And I said, I'm going to try to see. It was this thing about lists, creating lists. So I'm going to start to see what these women are looking for. And some women are looking at, they would make it their statement. One of the statements that I seen, a man that is willing to, a man that can accept a strong woman, you know, a woman who's doing things. They're not worried about you meeting them financially. They're not worried about any of that. I mean, they want you to have something going for yourself. I don't care if it's just a regular 8, 9 to 5,
have
whatever.
A pork chop or something.
You gotta come on, bring a pork chop. But they want someone who can accept their strengths and what they're doing or what have you. You know, and unfortunately, we got some men who can't accept that.
Yes. It's very intimidating to some men.
My father was like that, old country boy. My mother was working in the technology field, and she was working for Fairchilds and semi-national conductors, and they're offering her all this, and he couldn't see that. He couldn't see, wait, your job gonna sit us up in the house and you gonna make all this? He couldn't see that because he was on that old mentality that that takes away his standard. But the thing, his position. But the thing is, it don't matter. You're still, according to what faith you're following, you're still the head of the household. You know,
that's right. That's right.
And you know, it's deep because, and see, that's why I say, like, you know, a lot of stuff that we follow, we believe, we care about, things of that nature. We've been told to think that way. We've been told to feel that way.
Yeah.
We've been told to see that way. We're so in an unnatural state of being that we continue to lose the being of self. We have to be taught. We have to be reorientated. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, some of us got it naturally. Some of us are born with it. They had an understanding and the foresight and the discernment to, you know, make it logical. Right? But if you ain't, if all you seen in your household growing up, drugs and alcohol and abuse, and you go outside your door and see the same thing, how in the hell I'm supposed to accept a woman doing better than I is? I can't even spell yellow. You see what I'm saying? But I know how to put my foot in her ass if she don't do what I tell her what to do.
Because I've been taught that.
Because I've been taught that.
And that's where that domino.
But what about my question is in that situation, because the brother Keith is talking on that, is what happens when the brother passes away? Because if he got 2 or 3 wives and they got kids, does the wealth go to a whole? Because does that end up in probate, or do they have to set everything up?
And see, this is the thing. When you get into a multiple marriage, the community has to agree on that marriage. The imam have to agree on that marriage. You have Jewish prudence. You have law. It's a contract, and it's binding upon everyone in this contract to adhere to it. So when the brother passes away, and whatever is in the inheritance, everybody get equal. It's split equally. Because everything is, when he was living, everything was done equally. You know what I'm saying? But see, I look at the bigger picture of things. I don't want 2 wives. Shit, I don't want 2. I ain't even never had a wife. I ain't never been married before in my life. But I've been in situational circumstances to where, you know, if I'm under your roof, I'm gonna be the husband. I'm gonna take lead. And what I mean by lead is I'm gonna make sure that the house is protected. I'm gonna make sure I help with the food, the hygiene products, the bills, but I know in the role as a man what is expected of me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so if you in a community that's riddled with drugs, crime, rape, domestic abuse, all this stuff going on in the community, and then you got this gorilla in the community, you know, pushing people around, whooping on people, taking what he want. Now you got some men that's gonna stand up to this. Nah, bro, you gonna have to get out of here with that. This community isn't gonna reflect that. Right? But we don't even have men that do that. Man, I know you wrong.
Maybe because Roberta left us and now she's back. Maybe because why? They don't know how to do that.
They
don't. Haven't been taught, or they haven't lived it.
Where's our role model? Who gonna set the example?
A lot of it is men have just turned their back and accepted that it's not my problem.
And that's where I was about.
And that's where we make the mistake. You know, we say it's not my problem, but then we go behind closed doors and we talk about what's going on in the community. We have these conversations about the youngsters or whatever, or even the police department, or even the businesses that are formed in our community and that's not hiring from our community. We talk there behind the closed doors, but we don't go out and make a statement. You don't have to walk the street and make the statement. You can jack up your legislators. You can jack up the business, you know, these councils that's around here or what have you, but we won't even do that, you know. And unfortunately, we do have some that are making a difference, but we don't have enough.
Not enough.
And a lot of times, I think the matter becomes selfish. It becomes, well, I'm trying to deal with mine. I can't deal with yours.
Right.
So once that mentality take place, what happens is it takes a village is thrown out the door. You can't get to a village when you're dealing. You can't have a village mentality when you have an individual mentality, you know. So that's where we're lacking a lot of things, you know. We're not coming together. We're not trying to hook up and say, let's do this. We think it needs to be 50 or 100 of us. Oh, it's just us three. And you know what I'm saying? What that means.
Right.
So one is good on the internet, the other one's good on social media, and the other one good on the telephone. Well, look, you make some calls, you post some stuff on the social media, and you do some research on the internet. And let's bring this together, and then let's see where we can bring this forth after that. But that's the problem. You know, that selfishness, it's about, I got enough issues. You ain't got that much. I ain't saying you ain't got a lot, but you ain't got that much to where you can't make some noise about what's going on in your community.
That's right. Man, you brothers have brought the heat. Man, I love it. I love it. From a male's perspective, from all different angles, from, man, just your own personal wisdom, your own personal life, your own personal, I mean, and just coming from a man, because a woman, we could say what we say, we do what we do, but it's nothing better and greater than it coming from our powerful men of color that has lived this, that can really bring down the strong testimony differently from a woman, because you guys have different struggles than we do. You know what I'm saying? In a lot of ways. In a lot of ways.
You know, the thing I think, when we look at people of color, our struggles approach us differently, but our struggles are similar. Because being a Black man is a struggle. Being a Black woman is a struggle. but the struggle approaches us differently, you know. So when it comes to a job, a black man say I'm underpaid. A black woman gets up into the corporation system status and she's underpaid, or or what have you. So black woman deals with medical issues, black men deal with medical issues. Police are now, and we can't say now because they've been looking at them forever. All we have to do is go back in the history of the Texas prison history, and that'll let you know they've been arresting women for a long time. You know what I'm saying? So when it came to even when it came to the justice system looking at the black men, they looking at the black woman too. It's the way we're approached.
Yeah.
The view of us is a lot of times is on a negative or this stereotype view. Black men are all this and all that, and black women are all this and all that. So black men like to sell drugs, black women are freaky and hoes. I mean, these are the views. So it's just the approach is different, but when we come to the thought that we're in the struggle.
Yes.
It doesn't matter how it comes at us. We're in the struggle. And
we're both in the struggle. Yeah.
And what I see is now lately we see like we have the 100 Black Women group, we have the it's called the Black Men's Network or something. We have the women something, whatever over here. And then we have the black man thing over here. But how often do we see where we have the black men and the black women have this group
together
that is doing something together, and that'll make a difference.
And then too, we want the audience to know that the panel is not saying that these groups don't exist, these models don't exist, these systems don't exist, because they do. They do. It's a lot of beautiful young people out there, adults, that's entrepreneurs, that's on the shoulders of those who come before them and are doing wonders in their communities. They're doing wonders in the world, internationally. They do exist. It's just not enough.
Not enough.
It's just not enough. So we don't want people to think that, we wearing only two left shoes. No, that's not the case. We just making valid points. We just making
great point there, Keith.
That's right.
Gotta love you for that. And I'm gonna have to move on to our last question of the night because you guys have been, bringing the heat. That's what we do. 2022. That's what it's about, grown folks. Thank you, Roberta. Thanks for coming back on. Okay. When is a good time to talk to your teenager? At what age do you think about the birds and the bees, you guys? Okay, let me finish. Should mom talk to the girl and dad talk to the boy? Can a parent of the opposite sex truly understand communicating to a child that is not of their own sex? So is it okay for dad to be able to talk to his daughter about the birds and the bees and womanhood or young womanhood and things of that nature when he's not a woman, he's not a girl, and vice versa? How can a mama talk to her son about his body changing and him feeling and things happening that he don't understand, and she's not a boy? So should that be the responsibility of the parent of the same sex? But what about the parents who don't have both parents in the house?
Yeah.
Well,
how do you do that?
I can speak from experience. I think it could absolutely be done by either parent, because sometimes you only have yourself to rely on, whether you're the mother or the father of that child or children. I think that for me, and having 3 boys, I can only tell them what I thought may be going on. Some things that they can expect from females or, women girls growing up and what they should look for in finding a mate or dating or whatever, because I am her, and I know what I would certainly want them to look for in getting a, a mate or, dating or whatever. Now, as far as, the father, and I also reached out because boys are rare in my family. I also, the few males that we do have, I asked them to talk to my boys for the things that I didn't understand or couldn't speak on, and it was up to them to have that conversation. If they felt comfortable with talking to, that male figure. Now, for a man talking to a daughter, I think absolutely, because he know that he's that person that went after somebody's daughter.
That's right. That's
so
right.
he knows.
Say that one more time.
Say it for the people in the back.
Say it one more time. They didn't hear you back there.
Say it louder, sis. Say it louder.
Yeah, so he knows guys. He was that guy, and he wants to protect his daughter and what he's trying to keep her from. So I think it's absolutely imperative for a father to talk to his daughter about men and what's out there and what kind of things and lies that they be telling. Not that all of them is telling lies, but he know what he was doing.
He know what it is. I was like, I was a single parent. Donna, I was a single parent, raising a boy and a girl. And it's like this. I let them know first, I can't make your decision, but I can give you the information that can help you make your decision. And I let her know, just like Sister Roberta said, shoot, I know what I was doing. Let's be honest. I know what I was doing, and I know the stuff I wasn't doing. I know what JoJo was doing. and the stuff that JoJo was, I know what Lily was doing and what Kiki was doing and so forth.
Or trying to do.
And you gotta lay it on the table like it is. And let it not just let me find a way. Okay, let me show you. See, this is a glass.
So
and this
don't
is
sugarcoat
water. And when you pour some water, no, ain't none of that. I ain't got none of that. This is where it's going. Boy, when you go to that bathroom, you know what you grabbing on? That right there can be dangerous.
When you wake up in the morning, boy, things start
girl,
looking a
but now
way,
when it comes
boy.
Trying to tell a woman or my daughter how to be a woman, that's not the case, because I can't tell you how to be a woman, but I can tell you some things that what a man may expect of a woman. A man, listen to me, a man, okay, that would expect of some things from a woman, and even to my son, vice versa. But when it comes to sex, the whole problem is people don't want to have that real talk. They don't want to have that real talk. They like, oh, I don't want to tell them something, this and that. What you gonna tell them? If you let them speak the way they want to speak, they gonna probably tell you something, So you better, you better have that real talk and break it down like it is. And I'm just sharing this with me and my cousins real quick. Me and my cousins was liking these two girls at church, right? These two sisters. And my cousin wrote this letter, and he said, yeah, I want to know when you gonna give me and Tim some right? But he didn't say he wrote it out, okay?
Oh.
Without the cat at the end, okay? He wrote it out. So my mother found the letter and she gave it to my father. Now my father and my cousin, we're the same age, but my father and that cousin are first cousins, right? So my father called him in and he said, here, y'all come in. He said, here, so read the letter. So he read the letter and he goes, yeah, me and Tim want to know when you gonna give us. And he got to that part and he said some And my father said, well, I don't think that's what I read. He said, read it again. So he read the letter again and he got there and he said, And my father said, see, if you can't say it, you don't need it.
That's right.
But that's the thing. You have to be real about it. You have to get your kid, and you can't just you can't talk at the kids. You got to talk with the kids. How do you feel? Have you been feeling some type of, you know, way inside about, have you been wanting to have sex?
So at what age, John? What age
Huh? When they're aware.
What
When they're
age should you
aware.
start this talk?
Listen to this. This is
I
what we
talked to
teach.
They
John
start
when
getting
he was
busty.
young. Come on, I
This is
talked to
what we
John
teach in
when he was
fatherhood.
young. John
Yeah,
would
but
have to
what
be
we teach
about
in
8
fatherhood
years
is
old.
that you start from the beginning. You don't wait until they 9, 10 years old. You start explaining to them what their sexual organs and stuff is when they 1 and 2 years old. You start having conversations and not hiding stuff from them when they little kids, because they need to grow into that. If you wait until they 16 years old and now you having a talk with them, they're behind 10 years of some kids that's gonna be ahead of them. Just having
body
a
parts.
conversation.
I understand body parts,
okay.
but we're talking about the birds and the bees part when they can understand.
Why would you need to? If you've been telling your kids stuff all their life, why would you need to have a conversation about the birds and the bees?
Wouldn't be able to comprehend at 3 years old what they can comprehend at 10.
But you gonna do appropriate situations when they 10 years old. You're gonna be talking about some stuff. They gonna see some stuff on the internet. You gonna explain it to them when they ask you questions. You're not gonna wait until they're 15 and find out.
I think when they're going into puberty, it's a good time to start. Now, when they're 3 years old and 4 years old, to teach them the nose, the fingers, the special area and all that. Now, that's
boys
okay.
Got this, girls
You're teaching them about their body.
You got to talk to them when they become curious. They have kids who are 7 years old who look at porno. If you look at the rate and everything of kids who are watching porno, they have young kids who are watching porno. The time to talk to them is when they're curious. Let me tell you what I watched. We watched Superfly. We seen pimping. We seen soft porn. We talked about it. Because what you gonna show them may never match what they may see, you know, and you gotta have the conversation and say, this is what's real. Say, hey, me and your mama was feeling a certain way, or me and your daddy was feeling a certain way, and this is how it came down. You know, ain't no bird coming to the house. Ain't gonna be laid on.
That's right, my brother.
It's coming, and it has to be straight to the point. And it goes all the way back, Brother Keith.
When they become curious.
We sugarcoat stuff too much, and we don't deal with things like we're supposed to, and then we wondering what's going on. Because I'm gonna tell you like this, when you tell it like it is, if your son come home talking about somebody pregnant, or your daughter come home pregnant, they're gonna feel comfortable and safe to be able to come to you and talk to you about it.
Because you've been having to talk the whole time.
Because
you never sugarcoated nothing.
But I let them know.
What about when your 12-year-old come to you and ask you for condoms?
You know what I say? You don't need. I'm gonna tell you this. We're gonna have a talk. Why you have it? What you doing? Who you? I'm gonna talk to him like some other dude. Or if it's a girl, I'm gonna talk to her. What's going on? But now, am I gonna deny him? No.
I mean, should you get them the condoms that first time and then tell them they gotta go to Planned Parenthood or wherever and get them after that? Or should you, as the parent, be the provider? They
already do that in the school, Donna. They already do that in the 5th grade. What are you talking about?
They give them condoms at school.
They already telling them what to do in the 5th grade.
I'm saying they teach these kids where to go when they are being curious about sex to get protection, like condoms and stuff. But if they come to the parent at 11 and 12 or 10 years old asking for condoms, what do you do?
I'm gonna tell you like this. For me, I'm gonna talk to him, and I want to know what's going on. You ain't. I mean, 10 years old. Okay, I
Okay,
don't know
no,
about that.
12. Let's say
But
12.
if
I
I
know
got
a
a 12,
situation where they were 12.
13, 14-year-old, whatever, they're at this adolescence age. I'm gonna talk to them, but I'm not gonna deny them because me denying them raises the percentage of them taking a chance. And
But
that
are you
chance,
the one that's supposed to supply their
I'm not
monthly fuel
supporting.
of condoms?
I'm not support. Who's
Are you
supposed to
gonna be the
support it?
one that's upset when they show up with a baby? Are
They
you
ain't
gonna
gotta
be
show
the
But
up
yeah,
one
with a baby.
but
mad
I understand that. But
when
they
they
need to.
13 with a
Okay,
baby?
if they that
Better do
responsible,
something.
now the talk should be there about safe sex. Why you even thinking about sex? This can happen. The outcome of having sex before
If
you're
they
ready
that
for sex.
responsible,
You need to have all that. But
girl.
Oh yeah.
as
They
a
not.
parent, I can see the first time saying, "Okay, little Joe, I'm gonna go on to Costco and get you this little can right here. Got about 100 of them in here."
Oh no. We ain't
Now
doing
I'm gonna
that.
tell you what. When that
100.
100 is gone, you need to find a way to get your own supply because you don't need to be coming to mama every other month talking about my
Get a
mama.
supply, they free.
No. You don't. I mean, maybe a boy
They free,
can go.
Donna. Why you giving them my money when they free?
If
They
it's my
free.
Oh,
daughter,
they free
they're
from
going. If
where?
my daughter, they're
Where do you
going in
tell them
her
to go
purse.
get the condoms from?
To the
Because
county.
I'm
County
So
not.
offers
shouldn't
health
they be
supply.
going to the county and not asking you?
How many kids are that rationalized like that? How many
They
kids
at
rationalize?
12. They ain't thinking like that.
I don't care if they 15,
So they
16,
thinking I ask mama for
17.
everything. I ask daddy for everything. So I might as well ask them for some protection too.
No,
Well,
we're
mine
gonna
never
have the
asked me
thing.
for none.
Come on, they ain't
But they
gonna
got
have
some
to.
though,
They
didn't they?
ain't
They
never
got it
asked
though,
me for
didn't they?
none.
They
But
knew
They
see,
where
got
to
it
go
though,
get
didn't they?
it. They knew
the
where to
whole
go get
problem,
them.
I think, the whole thing
You got it.
is you got to build a trust between
Oh.
both when it comes to this.
Well,
You
some
gotta,
say it is a trust for them to ask you. For them
you
to be
gotta.
comfortable asking you, they must have trust your.
I'm gonna tell you, I'd rather give them a condom than they coming back with some sexual disease or something.
So every
Or
time
Because
they
somebody
ask
we
pregnant.
don't
you,
know. We don't know. Or somebody what?
Or somebody pregnant.
But I rather do that.
so every
It,
time they ask you, John, every time they ask you for a condom, you supposed to
What are
give it
you
to them.
talking about?
so
Google.
I
You Google on your phone
you,
free condom.
Google ain't
13,
got
Tell you
nothing to do with
exactly
this
what it is.
13,
conversation right here,
13,
right now.
13. He's too
Google
young
ain't
to
in
work
this.
Shit.
anyway. They
Google
too
ain't in
young to
this right
work
here. This
anyway
They
is
at
ain't
some
gonna be
real
putting in
13.
talk.
that much work at 13 anyway. Let's say a super hoe. What are you
No.
talking
Well,
about?
some go. I don't even want to know how many hoes they are, what they doing with that. What I want them to do is know the truth. I want to make sure I build the foundation of them knowing these are the resources and places you can go if you got to get your protection. I'm gonna give you this right here because you
That's
came to me.
fine.
But don't come to me every 30 days asking me to go to
Here
Costco.
you
That
go.
ain't
Here you
happening.
go putting
But
the slip
hold
on
on.
it.
Hold on.
Because that's
Hold
letting me
on.
know
Let's
every
take a
time you
survey.
screwing. Who wants to know every?
Let's take a survey. We all was 21 at one time.
I'm still
How many
21. I don't know
times?
about y'all.
How many times? Let's just say, okay, for some of us, 15 on up. Okay,
Y'all
on up
playing.
to we are now. How many times have we premeditated to go and pick up a condom or what have you? I mean, sometimes we might already have them, but sometimes folks done already had them. Now, I don't want y'all to raise your hand. That was just,
Oh, we ain't
but
supposed to raise our
sometimes,
hand.
no, but
I know,
sometimes
Ben. Now,
sometimes folks have them and they still don't reach for them. So now we're talking about kids. Let me go over here. Oh, I got to make a run to Planned Parenthood when they running with their peers and doing all kinds of things. Now it's good if they do go and go grab them, but if the time calls, I don't know if I can say, huh, you on your own. If you ain't got it, good luck, buddy.
You take that trip. You have the pen. Take that trip to Planned Parenthood Hey, you just had that bag ready. It's free. It's a free bag. Have that bag ready. Hey,
because I don't think I want
ain't
to send
looking,
them
you ain't
out
looking.
there. I wouldn't want to send them out there.
I mean, it's a thin line. It's a fine line. I'm not saying send them out there, but you don't want to give the message that it's okay for you to just go out and screw everybody.
No. We're not giving.
You're not trying to
that
send
message.
that message now.
That's why you talk with them. We're not giving that message. But you have to remember, I don't care how much education you give to the kids. I don't matter how much you instill in them. They still make the decision.
That's right.
You don't make the
decision.
They're
gonna make the decision whether you give them a condom or not. They probably already made the decision.
Okay, so if they make the decision,
ran out. They probably been hitting it for 3 months.
Okay, so if they make
and
the
don't
decision,
even know how to put the condom on because you won't have a conversation with it. So now they put the
condom don't even fit. It keeps falling off. They don't even have no kind of situation.
Because you scared about how you feel.
No, I'm just saying.
That's your baby. That's your kid.
Believe,
try to be an adult. You better treat them right.
I do believe that, like, I believe what John was saying about when they are curious. You have that talk. You let them know the pros and the cons of the situation. You try to encourage them to be leaders and not followers. The best thing to do is just to wait until you're married if you really want to know.
Show them some pictures of the STDs that you can't take a shot or
tell them about all the stuff that'll make your stuff fall off
somebody.
and shrivel up and all this and bumps and lumps and HIV. You have to just be straight real. When they come into you raw like that, you got to be raw. And then maybe you will give them that, right? I'm gonna give you this time because apparently you thinking about it or you done already did it, and I don't want no babies up in here.
You'd be like this. Welcome to the Donna Smith show. Hold on, y'all. I got my grandbaby right now.
My kids, they knew better, but I'm just saying. And after that, look. I'm gonna let them know resources. You can go down here to the library. They got a situation. Planned Parenthood over here at Eastmont Mall. They got a situation over here. Whatever. I'm not gonna be buying your stash. I'm not gonna be picking up your stash. So every time my kid knock on the door, Mom, you think I can get about 10 of them condoms? So I'm supposed to be knowing you about to get down.
That's why you put the bag in a neutral place. You just put the bag in a neutral place.
Like a candy dish.
Hey, you can do that.
Roberta,
now, what made you say candy?
I
don't know. Old
dish.
School. That's
you
all.
You gonna give them a candy? You better go talk to your dad about that.
Well,
don't,
you know what?
Not a day.
Don't bring that.
You know,
to mama.
at the end of the day, Donna, just having this conversation and thinking about how kids are now, and they just flagrant with it, and they really have no filters or no regards or consequences about sex. I still would rather give them the condoms than buying Huggies and babysitting and all of that.
Tell me about it.
You know,
well, that's just like saying you'd rather buy them a pack of cigarettes than them get cancer.
My daughter,
that's not
I'm not buying
cigarettes. Classroom. Listen to this. My daughter in her class, she was in the 6th grade with a girl that she had been in school with for years. And the girl and one of the boys, the girl was in the vestibule in the school sucking on the boy in the vestibule, wide open, where people walk in and out. She got caught, the boy got caught, both of them got thrown out to school. This girl was in the 6th grade, that's 12. In the middle, sucking on the dude's stuff right in the vestibule. You better talk to your kids. You better talk to your kids.
I believe you need to talk to your kids. You do need to do that.
And if you need to go get the condoms for them, go get the condoms for them.
You need to talk to them. I'm talking about buying them, providing their stash of condoms. That's what this topic is.
I bet you get a free class on Zoom right now. How much you want to bet?
Oh, what, grown
you
folks?
You stick your kid right there and let them watch the free class.
On the Donna Smith Show. On the Donna Smith Show. Every Sunday. You never know what we going to talk about. You know, they didn't took me over on tonight. They didn't have me on here an hour and a half, y'all. I'll tell you, but we didn't have some good stuff. And I hope you all enjoyed our topics, our conversation. Brother Keith, Ben, John, and my sister Roberta, RobertaFlyGyms.com.
Yeah, I just got finished looking at it. Good stuff, Sister
BERTAGEMS.com.
Berta. I just got
Thank
finished
you.
looking at it.
Yeah, she
Thank
got
you.
some really good stuff. Y'all
Yeah.
remember my birthday coming up. I like the bling. So, John,
Okay. Yeah.
Keith,
Oh, that's right.
Ben.
Okay.
It's coming. You told
Roberta
people your
already
date.
know what I like, so y'all just hit her up.
You telling your date too?
Well,
Huh?
You
where's the
told everybody
birthday?
your date?
The 13th.
Hey.
13th.
Oh, January 13th, world. January
Oh,
13th,
all
girl.
right.
Yeah. Yeah, that's me. That's me. That's me. I'm 25. Finally. Oh, God.
You was
Congratulations,
25 about 25
25.
years ago.
You know what?
Nah.
Okay, you're doing too much.
So do you need
Okay, thank you for my audience on YouTube and other platforms for joining in. We love you guys. We're going to see you back here next Sunday for some
Love
fun
you.
talk.
For my
Remember,
brothers.
chime
My
in during
deaf
the week.
brothers. Love you.
Afternoon Thoughts with your hostess with the most, Donna Smith, aka Lady
All right.
Ray. And I want to thank my panel for being here. And I want to